Today, we're exploring two unique temples, and while you're watching, you'll learn English in context. That means you'll learn English naturally by connecting it with real places, real objects, and real experiences. Our first stop, Shilong Temple. It's famous for instant noodles. I gotta get a selfie next to these guys. Shilong Gong is dedicated to a deity in Taiwanese folk religion named Tudigong. Tudigong means earth god or land god, and the word deity means a god or a goddess. Tudigong is a deity. People pray to Tudigong because they believe he brings good fortune, especially in terms of money and business. So on this banner, you see some ancient Chinese coins as well as gold ingots. An ingot is a bar of metal, and in ancient China, these gold and silver ones were shaped kind of like boats. A quick note about the name Shilong Gong in Chinese translates to stone dragon temple in English, and this is because there used to be 4 large stones that people prayed to here before the temple was built. And the dragon part comes from the hills behind the temple. They say it looks like the back of a dragon. Now let's talk about what people bring to the temple. These are called offerings. An offering is something you give to a god as a sign of respect or thanks. And the most common offering here is instant noodles. You can see on the offering table, there are large cases of instant noodles. This small temple or shrine contains the Tudigong. I'll try to get a close-up of it. Here we have some incense, and also next to it is some joss paper. Joss paper is sometimes called spirit money or spirit paper. And this is burned as an offering to a deity or an ancestor. An ancestor is a person related to you who lived a long time ago, like a great-great-grandparent. One thing that I like about living in Taiwan is that I always come across something unexpected. In this case, there's a Christmas tree here. Most of the Christmas tree looks normal, except there's a gold ingot on the top instead of a star. And there are some packages of instant noodles used as decorations. There's a trail behind the temple that leads up this hill. Let's check it out. How high do these steps go? Well, these steps just showed me that I'm a little out of shape. But up at the top, you can see these beautiful bamboo plants behind me. Now let's head down. This temple is a little remote. We use the adjective remote to describe a place that is far away from where people live. Shilong Temple is remote, and years ago, people would come here and pray for good luck. And because the temple was so remote, they would bring instant noodles as an offering and then eat them so that they wouldn't feel hungry during the long journey back home. It is now common for visitors to buy large cases of instant noodles as an offering, eat just one of the bowls, and donate the rest to the temple to give away. So if you didn't bring any instant noodles as an offering, or you're just hungry, you can grab a free bowl and enjoy it. Well, why don't we just get a bowl of instant noodles? That's what I'm here for, right? There are quite a lot of choices here. The ones in this red container are all vegetarian. I'm not interested in that. This looks good. I'm taking my bowl to the hot water dispenser over here. Now we're gonna close it up and wait. I grabbed a pair of disposable chopsticks. The adjective disposable means you should throw it away after using it. And we have this expression in English, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And that just means to follow the customs or practices of the place you are visiting. So it's only appropriate that I have a bowl of instant noodles. So as I was leaving, one of the gentlemen at the temple handed me a case of instant noodles. 好，谢谢，谢谢。
给你们吃平安，
好，
全家平安。
好，感恩。So Shilong Temple is special because of the offering. Now let's go somewhere that's unique because of its location. Right down the road is our second stop. Below is the Changyuan Tunnel, and above is the Changyuan Tunnel Guanyin Temple. A tunnel is a passage that goes through a hill or a mountain. This is a tunnel. Before, there was only one tunnel here, and it was built when Japan controlled Taiwan, when Taiwan was a colony of Japan. And that tunnel was built to move sugarcane that was grown in Zhongliao to a sugar factory in Nantou City. Back then, the first tunnel was dug by hand. When something is done by hand, it means it was done using simple tools instead of machines. Later, in the 90s, they widened the road. To widen something means to make it wider. And as a result, they needed to dig a second tunnel. So now there are two tunnels. So when they built that second tunnel, it disturbed a small temple that was here. And there were some accidents that happened soon after. So they decided to rebuild the temple on top of the tunnel. This way, the temple could remain in the area and people could continue to visit and pray here. So when we walk up on this side, the first thing we see is a little temple devoted to Wei Tuo. Wei Tuo is a deity, and he serves as a guardian for Buddhist temples and Buddhist teachings. And right next to that temple, we got a little pavilion here. This is a covered area where we can sit and enjoy a picnic. And between the pavilion and the temple are these steps. These steps look pretty steep. We use the adjective steep to describe something that rises or falls sharply. We use this when we're talking about steps, hills, mountains, or roads. These steps are steep, so I'd better hold the railing. This road here leads to Zhongliao, and so I don't fall down, there's a hedge here. A hedge is when you plant many bushes close together, and it acts like a fence. This is a hedge. Up on the top, we have our temple devoted to Guanyin. She is a deity of mercy and compassion. And on the other side of the temple, there's this huge Guanyin statue, and this statue overlooks the road that goes towards Nantou City. One of the definitions of overlook means to look down from a high place. The statue overlooks the road below. Up here, there are two pavilions, and they have both fallen into disrepair. When something falls into disrepair, people stop fixing it, and over time, it becomes more and more broken until it can't be used anymore. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to try sitting on this. I'm gonna head down this side. This side doesn't look nearly as steep as the side I came up on. On this side, we have a temple devoted to Tudigong. You may notice that this one is different from the Tudigong at Shilong Temple. At Shilong Temple, he had a black beard, but at this one, he has a white beard. Usually Tudigong has a white beard. Now take a moment to think about the places people pray where you live. The temples, the churches, the synagogues, or the mosques. What makes them special, or what makes them unusual? Tell me about them in the comments. See you in the future.